integration in logical learning.
Calorimetry. So, in order to gain an in-depth knowledge about the topic of calorimetry, we first need to know what is calorimetry. So, by definition, calorimetry is the science that is associated with determining the changes in the energy of a system by measuring the heat exchanged with the surroundings. A calorimeter is a device that is used to measure the quantity of heat that has been transferred to or from an object in order to produce a change in the energy of a system. Moving on to the next topic is the concept of heat. As we all know, heat is a very essential thing that helps us to sustain our lives on earth. It has many different use, like we can use heat in cooking, we can use heat in ironing, and then the heat is also used in transportation. It plays a very vital role in our lives. Apart from this, all the natural phenomena like rain, wind also happens due to the fluctuation of heat. Heat can be classified as hot and cold. Moving on to the next topic is the concept of temperature. So, what is temperature? Temperature refers to the hotness or coldness of a body. Next comes the factors that affects the quantity of heat absorbed to increase the temperature of a body. So first point is, heat absorbed by the body is directly proportional to the mass of the body. That is, more the mass, more will be the heat absorbed by the body. Heat absorbed by the body is directly proportional to the rise in temperature. That is, more heat will be absorbed when the body is heated at greater temperature. First point is, heat is a form of energy that can be transferred from hot body to cold body. Temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Second point is, heat is the total kinetic energy and potential energy obtained by molecules in an object, and temperature is the average kinetic energy of molecules in a substance. Heat flows from hot body to cold body, and temperature, it rises when heated and falls down when an object is cooled down. Heat has an working ability, but temperature does not have the working ability. Heat is used in cooking, transporting, as I have mentioned previously, but temperature has no such work. Heat's SI unit is Joule, but temperature's SI unit is Kelvin. Heat is measured by the calorimeter and temperature is measured by the thermometer. Heat is represented by the sign of Q and temperature is represented by the sign of T. Thermal capacity. Heat capacity or thermal capacity is a physical property of matter, defined as the amount of heat to be supplied to a given mass of material to produce a unit change in its temperature. Specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity, C, of a body is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a unit mass of it by 1 degree without going through a change in state. SI unit of specific heat capacity is Joule per kilogram per Kelvin or Joule per kilogram per degree Celsius. Here is a formula. Q is equal to mc delta theta, where C is the specific heat capacity, m is equals to mass of substance, Q equals to heat or thermal energy absorbed or released, and delta theta is change in temperature, Kelvin or degree Celsius. The below numerals is used to calculate the specific heat capacity of the metal. Moving on to the next topic, that is difference between heat capacity and specific heat capacity. Two difference between heat capacity and specific heat capacity are: heat capacity of the substance is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of the substance by 1 degree Celsius. Whereas specific heat capacity is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius of unit mass of substance. Second is, specific heat capacity does not depend on mass of substance, whereas heat capacity depends on the mass of the substance. The specific heat capacities of some common substances are given below. The name of the substance is lead and the specific heat capacity is joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Lead is 130, mercury is 139, for brass it is 380, for zinc it is 391, for copper it is 399, for iron it is 483, for glass it is 504, for aluminium it is 882, for kerosene it is 2100, for ice it is 2100, for sea water it is 3900, for water it is 4180. The principle of calorimetry. The principle of calorimetry or the principle of mixtures states that for an insulated system, heat energy lost by the hot body is equal to heat energy gained by the cold body. Consequences of high heat capacity of water. Consequences of high heat capacity of water. Moderate climate of seashore. We have always seen that the sea shore is neither too hot or not too warm. The specific heat capacity of water is equal to 4200 joule per kg per Kelvin. Hence, the heat energy required for the same rise in temperature will be much more for water than sand or land. Hence, the lands get much more heated and easily than water. Example of high heat capacity. Water has the highest heat capacity of all liquids, as we have seen from the previous chart. Oceans cool slower than the land due to high heat capacity of water because the ocean has a huge mass than the land. To change the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius, it takes 1 calorie. Example of low heat capacity. Substance with a low heat capacity such as iron will heat and cool quickly, while a substance with a high heat capacity such as water heats and cools slowly because it has a high heat capacity. Phase change. A phase change is when matter changes from one state to another. For example, when the liquid water solidifies into ice or when the liquid water changes into its gaseous state. These changes occur when sufficient energy is supplied to the system or a sufficient amount is lost, and also occur when the pressure on the system is changed. Moving on to the next topic, that is melting. Melting or fusion is a physical process that results in the phase transition of a substance from a solid to a liquid. The next one is freezing. Freezing is a phase transition where a liquid turns into solid when its temperature is lowered below its freezing point. In accordance with internationally established definition, freezing means solidification phase change of a liquid or the liquid content of a substance, usually due to cooling. Moving on to the next topic, that is heating curve of ice. Heating curves. Imagine that you have a block of ice that is at a temperature of minus 30 degrees Celsius, well below its melting point. Obviously, minus 30 degrees Celsius is very low than its melting point. The ice is in an enclosed container. You put the ice in a closed tight container. As heat is steadily added to the ice block, the water molecules will begin to vibrate faster and faster as they absorb kinetic energy. Change in volume on melting. Exactly the same volume as it is displayed before. So the added volume is the same. So the level of the water will not change. When the water is converted from ice to the liquid by providing some heat, the amount of water will not change. It will remain same. Melting point is the next topic. The melting point is usually defined as the point at which materials changes from a solid to liquid. Effect of impurities on the melting point. The presence of impurities in a substance results in a lower melting point due to a process called melting point depression. When some impurities are added into a substance, the melting point is lowered much than the melting point when the substance will be in its purest form. Vaporization. Vaporization of an element or compound is a phase transition from the liquid phase to vapor. There are two types of vaporization: evaporation and boiling. Heating curve for water. A heating curve graphically represents the phase transitions that a substance undergoes as heat is added to it. Effect of pressure on the boiling point. At higher elevation, where the atmospheric pressure is much lower, as we all know, as we move to the upper surface, the atmospheric pressure becomes lower and atmospheric pressure is highest towards the ground. So, at higher elevations where the atmospheric pressure is very low, the boiling point is also very lower. Next is effect of impurity on boiling point. When an impurity is added to a substance, its boiling point is elevated. As like before, we have seen that when impurities are added, the melting point also increases. Next is latent heat. Latent heat is energy released or absorbed by a body or a thermodynamic system during a constant temperature process, usually a first order phase transition. Latent heat can be understood as energy in hidden form which is supplied or extracted to change the state of a substance without changing its temperature. So, what is latent heat? Latent heat is in hidden form which is supplied or extracted to change the state of a substance without changing its temperature. For example, when we want to change a substance from one state to another, but we don't want to change its temperature. Let us discuss some of the different types of latent heat that can occur. Latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion is the heat consumed or discharged when matter melts. Latent heat of vaporization is the heat consumed or discharged when matter disintegrates, changing state from fluid to gas stage at a consistent temperature. Specific latent heat. Specific latent heat is characterized as the measure of work vitality, that is heat, that is consumed or discharged when a body experiences a steady temperature process. So, when its temperature increases, it is the specific latent heat. The formula for a specific latent heat is L equals to Q by M, where L is the specific latent heat and Q is the heat retained or discharged. M is the mass of the substance. Natural consequences of high specific latent heat of fusion of ice. Due to high specific latent heat of fusion of ice, snow on the mountains does not melt all at once but changes into water slowly as it gets heat from the sun. Below is some numerics from which you will have to calculate how much heat is gained by the calorimeter. In the problem 2, you will have to calculate the specific heat of the metal. In the problem 3, you will have to write down the expression for the heat energy. In the problem 4, the temperature, you will have to compare the specific heat capacities.